Good evening, and thank you for joining us tonight as we are in our second season of the Face It Live show, and we have a special edition show for you all today, presented by Fayette County Public Schools in the 16th District PTA. As we grow into an even stronger community, it is most important that families and communities engage together and support each other.
The Face It platform allows us to virtually have real talk, build real relationships and partnerships, and allow real ways for us to express what we're feeling, exert our energy in a positive way, and be solution-driven in our approach to whatever we're facing in our communities.
Absolutely.
Good evening. Oh, amen, amen. I'm Sharika Smith. I work for FCPS in the Department of Student Support.
Hey, Sharika.
Hey, Melody.
And I am Melody Westerfield. I am the FACE, the Family and Community Engagement Coordinator, and I'm located at William Wells Brown Elementary School. And as you can see, we have a special guest with us today. Our topic today is facing funding our future together, okay? So we have a special guest. I'm going to let her intro herself. Go ahead, Dr. Matthews.
Hello, FCPS family and community. My name is Dr. Soraya Matthews. I work with the district office as the director for grant programming. Specifically, my role this year has been largely focused on our Esser Funds, our federal Esser Funds for our district. So, and that's really why I'm here to talk with you today. But before doing that, I'd like to go ahead and kick it over to a video that we're going to show that will really provide a little bit of an introduction to our conversation.
County Public Schools, students and community. In March 2021, the federal government approved elementary and secondary school emergency relief funding, also known as ESSER funding, to help our schools overcome and remove barriers in learning created by COVID-19. ESSER, or ARP, the American Rescue Plan, is specifically designated to support our students and their learning needs. With a focus on equity, future readiness, family, community, partnerships, and cultural responsiveness, we are calling this initiative Funding Our Future. With these funds, we have an opportunity to invest in initiatives that support our mission to create a collaborative community that ensures every student graduates prepared to excel in a global society. To do this, we need your input, ideas, suggestions, and insight for what our schools can look like beyond the pandemic. Learn how you can help and be a part of the conversation around funding our future, reimagining resources to elevate equity for student success in the FCPS community by visiting our website at fcps.net/future.
So I'm in love with the video. I really like it. It was really good.
Yes. It is a good video.
It's a good video. I really like it. I got educated, a whole bunch of education right there. So I'm gonna jump things off. So tell us more about funding our future campaign. What is this about? Tell me.
Absolutely. So the Funding Our Future campaign is really our district's effort in authentically engaging every member of our community, every stakeholder for Fayette County Public Schools, far and wide. And it's an intentional effort, which first and foremost starts with us sharing the information about our ARP or ESSER funding, explaining what it is. And then secondly, an opportunity for those stakeholders, after they understand what it is, to provide some input on what we should be done, what they think we should do with our funding. Mm-hmm. So it's really twofold in that way, but there's also an extended opportunity where we're going to circle back around and share with the community how their input has been included in our plan. So it's our overarching campaign to engage our stakeholders, gather their feedback and their input, but then also to share back with the community how we use that feedback in our plan.
So everybody get to use their 2 cents, basically, is what you're saying to me.
That's
Thank
exactly
you.
right.
Awesome. Literally how you have buy-in, right?
Yeah.
That's right.
Dr.
And that's
Matthews?
important.
Absolutely. Can you tell us just a little bit more about Esser Funds in general?
Sure. So Esser funds are, and that's an acronym, ESSER. It is an acronym, and we use a lot of acronyms in education, but essentially it's federal funds that we have received that the federal government has given to our state education, Department of Education. The Kentucky Department of Education has then allotted those funds to school districts across the state. Those funds have been used for our COVID relief efforts that ranges from mitigation, what we're doing to prepare our schools and making sure they're safe for our students to return back to in-person instruction. It includes any additional needs that students might need or teachers, as far as even addressing possible learning issues or learning concerns, especially those that happened due to the COVID pandemic when we were out of school and we're doing most of our learning virtually. But also with this third round of funding, which is ARP, it's really about focusing on the future. So it's about making sure we're filling any gaps, those opportunity gaps for our students, and then focusing on repositioning our entire community for the future.
Thank you. Thank you.
So you talked about, seeking input from stakeholders and community leaders and partners. Is there any other audiences that you are going to gather input from?
Absolutely. Well, specifically, and sometimes we forget our students. We want input from our students. We've even done a TikTok out there. So we're hoping that our students will do it and give us some information via TikTok, because that's where they live, right? And then we also want our community members, we want our business members, our faith-based organizations, anyone that is considered a stakeholder for our school district, our families, of course, number one, our students, our teachers, our staff, our leaders, anyone, every stakeholder that touches our school district, which really means the entire Fayette County community, we want their input.
Okay. Yeah.
I love
Thank
that.
you.
So kind of extending that, elaborating on that just a little bit, how can the members of our community get engaged with this?
A couple things, couple ways. First and foremost, I would say go to our webpage, which is www.fcps.net/future. On that webpage, you'll find opportunities to provide information via survey. So we have surveys that are created for students, for families, for our staff, as well as for our general community as a whole. We're also going to have some Twitter chats that's going to be available. We would love to have, yes, we're sharing that on the screen right there. So you just find your place, click on it, it takes you to a survey. So that's first and foremost. We definitely want everyone's feedback there. We're going to have some Twitter chats that we're hosting. The first one, October 1st. If you're on social media, we'd love to have you be a part of that communication on our Twitter chat. Again, we actually have that TikTok there. So even though I said students, by all means, if you're an adult who also likes to use TikTok, you can duet our video or even post some feedback on the video. We'll be looking there. We've really tried to make a concerted effort to have multiple means of engagement. So we're using social media. We have our surveys. We may even have an opportunity to do some Zoom Live events. We're hoping to be able to do that as well.
Right.
You really are not playing about reaching everybody. You're going to touch everybody.
Everybody.
I think Melody likes that.
So,
right.
Okay. So once you reach everybody, and I think you said a little bit about this a little bit earlier. So once you reach everybody, then what happens?
So once we have everyone's input, the engagement period is going to go through October 11th. And our team is going to bring in all of the data that we've received. We're going to go through that data, comb through that data, look for trends, identify those areas that really rise to the top. And then those things go into our overarching plan. So we'll have a funding our future plan at the district level. We'll have strategies and things that we're going to do over the next couple of years, tie any funding sources that we'll use. And that might be ARP funding sources. It may be other funding sources, but essentially it becomes an overarching plan that we'll use for the next couple of years. That plan will be posted online so that our families can see that plan and track along with us. We'll have a tracker to show how we're doing. But again, we really want our stakeholders to see how their voices have been implemented in that plan.
I can't wait till it comes. I can't wait. This is all good stuff.
It'll be great. It'll be great. So you've been definitely telling us how everyone can get involved. Do you have any final words for our community? Just kind of some last minute itches.
Absolutely. Well, first and foremost, I think that we can't press enough that this is important. We want your voices. We want you to be a part of what we're moving forward in our future, the future of Fayette County Public Schools. We want to make sure your voices are a part of that work. And we want everyone represented. As Melody mentioned, like we are not turning on any stone. We want to hear from our babies. We want to hear from all of our students, regardless of their age. We want you to engage in this work because this is important as we work together to develop our plan for repositioning all of our students for success in Fayette County, just to ensure that Fayette County becomes the best district in the United States or in the world, right? That's what we're shooting
for the top.
We want all of our babies to be successful in every endeavor, and your feedback, your engagement, you all, families especially, you're in homes with your students, you know what your needs are, and we just need to hear that. We want to hear your voices.
I love that.
Absolutely. Yes. You know what? This has been a good conversation. I got a lot out of this. I was thoroughly educated. I got a lot out of this. So I really thank you, Dr. Matthews, for coming on and giving us this information and providing us with all this important information. Thank you to everyone who's out there watching us tonight on the Face It Live show. Listen, we are still taking suggestions about topics, things that you want to talk about, the subjects you want to tap into. And so we want you all to engage and tell us what you want to hear. Sharika is going to give you the 411 on how you can do that.
Yes. So please send us those topics. Anything that you want to see or hear us chat about, you can email those to us at faceit@fayette.kyschools.us, or you can text them to us at 859-9003-5531. Also, we would definitely like to celebrate our community partners and families by highlighting the work and partnerships being formed. We have so many people that we rely on as a district, and so we want to highlight that. Please keep sending us your pictures, your videos, any words of encouragement, so we can share those with each other about how we are all facing it together.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, everyone. So again, be sure to stay tapped into the Face It page. We will post our next show on our page, you all. And as always, we love connecting with you, and we will continue to face it together. See you soon.